Good morning, people. Sean here of the Detroitdis, and it's another great, glorious day in the D. So, before we get started, we have a call to action, and that is if you can help us reach our subscriber goal just by simply mashing that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and you can help us out completely free by mashing the subscribe button. We appreciate all of our subscribers, each and every single one of you. Now, in today's Disney news stories, we're going to be talking about Big Thunder Mountain, BTM, as I'm going to be calling it from now on, BTM, and what's going on at the Haunted Mansion. Yeah, what happened there over the weekend. And we're going to be talking about other things too. But yeah, so before we get started onto that, man, I got to tell you, yesterday it was like 78 degrees here in the D, almost summertime, even though summertime is approximately about 45 days away from now. But it was hot, and today we're back to reality. It's 60 degrees this morning. It's a little chilly, but not too bad. So, yeah. We got a little small list. When I say small, it's super dinky small. I invested in these very small notebook cards, these note cards, and I can write on them. I can see them. I have to use my glasses, as always. But I can see. I can see clearly with my glasses on, that is. Okay, so we have like these stories that are really important today. And so let's just kind of almost jump right into things. First of all, before we jump into the Disney stuff, let's talk about the great Detroit sports teams that I'm really proud of right now for just this second. Because I was really happy that Detroit Pistons were, I thought this guy was going to come over here. I thought the Detroit Pistons were doing really, really great, and they were. Trust me, they were doing really, really great until that time that they got to the postseason, and then they were almost losing. And at the last minute, they came back and they beat the Orlando Magic. I'm really excited about that. So I'm really happy that we beat the Orlando Magic finally. That's a plus. But yeah, I was getting kind of really concerned. But they came back the last few games and showed them the strength of the Pistons. Yeah, strength of the Pistons. That's a great thing. Whew. Man, I got to tell you, I was sweating bullets thinking that the Pistons they won all year and then they would flop, just like the Tigers who'd flop. They flopped, and they won all that time. Then like Cleveland beat them in the end. And talking about Cleveland, that's who the Pistons are playing next. So our arch rival, the Cleveland teams from Cleveland, Ohio, which I was born in Akron, Ohio, but the Ohioans, they are going to be playing us in the NBA playoffs starting next week. Well, actually starting this week. And then we're going to be playing baseball against them in a series coming up, which will start to determine who's on top in our division. Yeah, so that sports is going right along. Anyways, all right, now to the Disney news. I've put it off. You guys have been waiting for it. I know it. Oh yeah, Sean, you can't get waiting so long. Yeah, I know. I did it. I did that on purpose, right? I dragged you along. Okay, enough about that. Okay, so hopefully you're still sticking in there with me, and if you have not hit the subscription bell, just go ahead and mash it now. Why don't you? It's completely free. Just mash it. Okay, so Big Thunder Mountain is back, baby. Like a Dick Vitale. Back, baby, they're back. Okay, and they're back. Big Thunder Mountain is back. And the ride, according to Kyle Paulo, it was smoother and buttery smooth like Wisconsin cheese. I don't know. That's what I thought he said. He could have said something different. But the track is pretty smooth and there's no more jolting. You don't get jolted when you do the little small bunny. I call them bunny drops. They're not very big drops at all. They're bounces. It's like going on like Winnie the Pooh is probably more joltier than this ride. Or the old dinosaur ride. But this one, it's even so smooth that they reduced how tall you have to be. So if that says anything, I do know the first reaction after watching the video from Kyle Paulo or JoJo is that the ride cushions are pristine. They're better. They're great. They're new. They're softer. They're the softest. They're soft. They're softer than soft. So that's a great thing. And I watched the Imagineers video of it that was put out a couple days ago or yesterday, and that thing showed the ride. It looks immaculate. First of all, I have to say great job to the Imagineer team at Disney. First of all, they did a really, really great job, and the Rainbow Taverns, which switch lights all the time, looks completely wonderful. Then, on top of that, the last part of it, where you enter a place where it looks like the mine train ride with these yellow gems. It looks like gold or gems. I think it's gold, really, because you're in the Wild Wild West, and that's where the gold was. Yeah. Anyways, so it looks really great. And then there's a lot of other aesthetics, which you'll have to figure them all out. But yeah, it looks really great. Ride smooth. I haven't been on it yet, but it's looking wonderful. I can't wait. I think it's going to be a great ride for a bunch of the future. Anyways, that's all I have to say about that. While that was going on, all day long, all weekend long, the Haunted Mansion was closed. All weekend long, the Haunted Mansion was closed. Nobody, not outside, where they're doing the scaffolding and they're doing the basically working on the outside exterior, because that all has scrim around it. That's that covering. Well, the inside of the ride was closed. I don't know. Nobody gave a reason why. It was closed all weekend long. Maybe they're working on something they didn't want you to know about. Maybe there'll be a leak on Reddit. I don't know what happened. Investigators are investigating. People are asking the tough questions, but it came back. I don't know. I don't understand. I'm not in charge of these things, but it was down. It could have helped out with the crowds, maybe, if it was open. I'm just saying. So, talking about Disney, and now, you got the brand new CEO, Josh D'Amaro. Not Mr. Tomorrow, but Josh D'Amaro. The Disney is still looking to reduce costs. And one of the things that I think that the rumors that they're talking about is making a super app or a super website, combining everything into one. So it would be taking Disney Plus, and then it would be also taking the Disney My Experience app, and it would be taking everything, including Disney Shopping, which is another complete different website, Disney Shopping, and then it would also take Disney Cruising, and it would put it all on one spectacular website. And one app too. So you use the one app for everything. Some people are saying it would be oversimplifying things. I think it would be actually a great deal to get everybody on one website. you would probably catch your kids, watch Disney Plus instead of, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. It's possible. But I don't know if there's really any cons to it. But it would probably, to me, and this is just my opinion, I think for some people it would just be really complex. The more that you cram on a website, the more complex that website becomes, and the more crazier it is to try to navigate it. And for some people, it's just a lot of information and stuff on one website to consume, and it makes it really hard to navigate and figure out exactly what you're trying to do. And for those people who need to get somewhere with the easiest amount of time, you need the least crowded, you need the least amount of confusion on your website. That's just me and my opinion. So over at Villains Land, let's go there for a minute, because you can see Villains Land from BTM, Big Thunder Mountain. And people were looking over, and people got some screen captures, I guess, or got some small video from it, because they were actually showing their camera over in that space where Villains Land is. So in Villains Land, they are, this is all I'm going to say. Villains Land is looking pretty good. Things are moving along, quite frankly. And they got some of the base is up for the structure, and a lot of things are just moving along at a good speed. So that's great news. We already know that they were getting some of the roller coaster rides for monsters, but now we know that Villains Land, some of their structures are underway and being built. That's good news for all. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm sure there's some aerial photos somewhere on the internet that you could find about what is going on. Yeah. So, one last story that I thought I would talk about is what happened over the weekend with Spirit Airlines. Spirit Airlines did not get a buyout from the government, and they were waiting for a buyout or something to help them along those lines. And that did not happen. And so Spirit Airlines has shut down operations. We don't know what's going to happen, if they're going to be bought out by somebody else, or they're going to cease to exist. That's all up in the air. But right now, nobody is flying Spirit Airlines. And all those rates that you had to get, I remember Spirit was the airline for people on a budget, especially if you're going to Disney World and you need cheap airfare. That was one of the places to go. And now you're going to have to fly like maybe Allegiant Airline or Frontier Airline, maybe JetBlue, maybe if that's a little up in tier cost than those two. But yeah, you're going to have to fly something that is a lot less. You'll just have to wait and see how it goes. But I mean, do you think that? Here's my question to everybody: do you think that the government should have bailed them out? I personally don't think they should at all, because competitiveness is competitiveness. And if you haven't managed the business, then why would you do that? Maybe they should have just went in for a Chapter 11 or something like that, and reorganized, and maybe some equity firm would have bought them out. I don't know. That's just a thought about that. So anyways, thanks for riding along this morning. We're back. We were back yesterday, but I forgot to record. I'm sorry. And but now we're almost to where we're supposed to be going, and so we'll probably tonight we'll be looking for some more stories and whatnot for you, and yeah, just keeping it real. So we'll talk to you guys again real soon, pals. For now, over and out.